Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are set to fight each other on July 29th, and the boxing world is excited to see it. Pros have put in their predictions, and two of the men who fought both of them have talked about why they think Crawford will win. Errol Spence has all the respect in the world for Terence, and he even spoke about Crawford's previous losses while doing an interview. Spence stated, "Even against Gamboa, he showed a lot of determination. Just because you see when a fighter gets hurt, you see how they react. He reacted in a courageous way, so I don't see any fault in that. You get fighters who get hurt and they get timid, or they're always jumping, or they're more scared and not as active as they used to be, but with him, he gets meaner when he gets hurt." Terence Crawford is ready to catch Spence with the biggest hook he's got, though.
I like to go fishing. Everybody know those are my hobbies.
Man, that's cat. He's not catching me with no fishing pole,
hey, listen.
man. I'm the biggest. You can't catch me with no fishing pole.
Listen.
What it look like catching Moby Dick with a fucking fishing pole, man? Get out of here, bro.
They all been caught before.
Man, not with no fishing pole.
Every last one of them. And July 29th, he gonna be caught too. I got a big enough hook for him. And I'm already reeling them in. July 29th,
your ass better have a submarine.
I'm gonna put him on the bank. I'm gonna gut him, and I'm gonna fillet him.
Man, you better have a submarine.
Spence knows why Crawford is the betting favorite in the upcoming fight, but he doesn't think that people should rule him out just yet. Spence stated, "I can see why he's the betting favorite, just common sense. I'm realistic with all the stuff I've been through, just the stuff people know that I've been through. I'd pick him as the favorite too. Stuff happens, but I keep defying the odds. Everybody thought I was going to be a shell of myself after I came back from the car crash, but I came back and have been doing my thing ever since, even with the eye injury. I keep defying the odds. People can talk negatively, but that's just added motivation." Spence's trainer believes that Spence's technique will be more effective than Crawford's showy style of fighting.
So what happens is, what people are enamored with is the show, the flair. But it's like the consistency, basic skills and technique beats glamour and show every day of the week.
Jermell Charlo actually believes Spence will come through, and he mentions his trainer as well. Jermell stated, "Errol Spence gonna bust his plain and simple. Crawford gonna come in with his chin out there. Boom, boom, and bam. Errol Spence comes with that southpaw stance. Derek James gonna have all the undisputed in his family. Let's go. We're fighting for undisputed this year. We're going all the way." Stephen A. Smith believes that the car accident might end up affecting Spence a little more than he wants to let on.
Who do you got? Errol Spence and Bud Crawford?
Let me give a quick breakdown. If this were before the nasty car accident Errol Spence got into, I had Errol Spence beating him because he's too small. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think that Bud Crawford has grown into his own and he's a bigger body. I actually think he's the superior boxer. I think that Errol Spence is bigger and stronger, but Bud can box. Got a lot of heart, ain't scared, and can hurt you. If I had to bet, I would pick Bud to win by decision. I would. But either of them could take each other out.
Tim Bradley really thinks that this fight isn't going to be as big as people are hyping it up to be, though. Tim stated, "I don't think this fight is going to be one of those fights where after we're like, oh my God, this was epic. I think it may heat up later in the fight, but I think it's going to be like a high-speed chess match in the beginning from both guys. Respect from both guys and neither guy looking to make a mistake. I think you're going to see sharpness from both fighters, almost like a Haney versus Lomachenko type fight. High-speed chess where both guys are having their moments back and forth." Errol Spence opened up about the level of respect that he has for Crawford, but he made it clear that they are definitely not friends, though.
Fight an opponent. I know there's a tremendous amount of respect, but are you guys friends off the record? You talk to each other, or is it like, nope, I don't like you? I saw De La Hoya and Shane talking one day, and they was talking like they were boys. So my question, do you and him communicate? Y'all friends, or is like strictly, nope, I'm going to knock your ass out when I see you?
Now we actually got each other's number. The reason why this fight actually, I feel like it got made because me and him started talking to each other, FaceTiming each other. You had to get this fight done. Me and him, we're not friends, but it's just a mutual respect. Once I get in there, I'm going to try to kill him, of course. but it's just a mutual respect. It's like that with a lot of people. Like, you know, I respect them. We could be friends, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna try to hurt you. And even my friends, I feel like if I fight one of my friends, I'll probably try to hurt him more than anybody else, just because you don't want to lose to somebody you gotta see every day.
Yeah, true.
Virgil Hunter really thinks that the first 4 rounds are going to decide the majority of the fight, and he stated if either fights down in the fight, he has the ability to come back, even the fight, and take the lead. The first 4 rounds are going to determine how the rest of the fight is going to go. Both men understand they have to get the respect of the other fighter real quick. The key for Terence is to stop Errol from what he wants to do and hurt him. The key for Errol is to keep grinding. He's going to have his momentum accelerated and make it very difficult for Terence. Manny Pacquiao definitely doesn't think there will be a knockout in the fight. Manny stated, "The style advantage. Crawford has that advantage against Spence. It depends on how they prepare for the fight. I don't think it ends in a knockout. It's going to be a 12-round decision." Carl Froch believes that the fight's going to be very close, but he's got Crawford as his favorite. Carl stated, "I like the older, wiser Terence Crawford. Errol Spence is a fantastic talent, a great fighter. Crawford is as well, but he's just a bit older and a bit wiser, and when he needs to, he can step it up a level. He's a bit similar to Alexander Usyk in the heavyweights. If he has a bad round, he then just steps on the gas. I think Crawford has that slight extra gear and is that little bit more special. So I'd say Crawford beats Spence, but it really is a 51-49% fight, nothing in it. It's one I'm really looking forward to." Calvin Ford thinks that this fight is a dream come true, and he believes that it's going to be a close one too.
Spence, Crawford, who wins?
That's one I'm going to leave away. I told you that's a coach's dream right there. Get what I'm saying? Because like I said again, Spence is the bigger guy. He's been in that weight class for a long period of time. The question I ask people, throughout both of their career, which one been hurt in their career since they've been fighting? And then we'll know who the winner.
Okay,
that's the answer.
Austin Trout really thinks that Errol Spence will be a force to be reckoned with, and he even thinks that he should fight Jermell Charlo next. Austin stated, "If we're looking at Spence's strength is going to be the deciding factor. I wouldn't count on that because Crawford's strong too. He's been wrestling heavyweights, folding them up. He's body strong. If he does do that to Spence, yeah, absolutely, because Spence can do that too. Spence could probably take those belts from Jermell Charlo. Not easily, but it's possible. It's definitely. Spence is a big 147 too. There are quite a few fighters who are believed to be next, and some of them have even called out the winner already. Royman Villa believes he'll be ready to take on the winner. Villa stated, "If I win on Saturday night, then bring on anybody. Bring on Spence, bring on Crawford, bring on anyone." Jerome Ennis wants the winner of that fight as well. Ennis stated, "We've got to wait for Errol Spence and Bud to fight, and you know, I want the winner of that fight. Spence Crawford is a great fight, a 50-50 fight. May the best man win." And Jerome Boots Ennis wants the winner. Let's make it happen. I'll take Emantas Stanionis. Virgil Ortiz fell out, so I'll take Stanionis in a heartbeat. I want to get into the ring one more time before the end of the year to make it 3. Stanionis, Keith Thurman, Ordinas, Ugas, Bud, Spence, all the top guys out there. Meanwhile, the only 2 men to fight Crawford and Spence have put their predictions in. Kell Brook fought Spence back in 2017, and then he fought Crawford in 2021. Kell stated, "They're both great fighters, but I'd have to lean towards Crawford. He's been more active than Spence, who's been in a big car crash. He's not really been active like Crawford. There are only small percentages in it, but I do lean towards Crawford in that fight. It's hard to split them. Yeah, Spence is stronger, but Crawford is more of a surgeon. He's more precise, he's more cute, accurate, switch hitting. But don't get me wrong, they're both unbelievable pound-for-pound greats." On top of that, Sean Porter fought Spence in 2019, and later he fought Crawford in 2021. Sean stated, "Somebody texted me the other day and I said, yeah, I feel the same way. If I had to bet my life on it, if I had to put money on it, a lot of money on it, I'd put my money on Terence Crawford." Sean Porter definitely sees this fight going either way in the end, and he believes that both fighters have the capability to end things early. Sean stated, When you talk about advantage, there aren't any true advantages in this fight. People try to make some, but there really aren't any. I think there are a lot of interesting components in this fight. Both guys can end this in the first round. It's something I don't see, but it could happen. If there's a crazy knockout in this fight in rounds 1 or 10, then there's no reason to see a rematch, especially if we get a knockout in between rounds 1 and 5. There's really no need for a rematch. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.